My pleasure now to welcome in head basketball coach for the HSU Lumberjacks, Tom Wood. Coach, you won the international tournament this past year in Taiwan, so you're the best team in the world, so America should be no problem, right?
That's right. We're thinking about getting on one of those rocket ships and getting out of the universe to see if we can take our act that way.
Coach, talk about that trip. Obviously, a special opportunity for the folks that don't know. You went and played a tournament, international tournament in Taiwan. Just tell us about that experience and, of course, the fact that you did win it.
It was just absolute fantastic experience for our players. You know, it was, first of all, it was all paid for, so that was nice. You know, it didn't cost us anything other than a few of us had to buy a passport. We got to Taiwan. The people treated us fantastic. Our players said they felt like rock stars, and it was great. The competition wasn't the best, but there were 2 or 3 teams over there that gave us all we want, and there's a chance for us to come together as a team. We were able to take one of our new players, Brian Morris, so we were able to integrate him into our system, and there's nothing wrong with it. I'd do it again in a heartbeat.
Well, you got to think, I mean, a lot of people talk about the student-athlete experience. I mean, what better opportunity to take these kids to a totally foreign country that a lot of them may never get the opportunity to go to, much less go back, and I'm sure there was learning on and off the court.
Yeah, well, they treated us, like I said, great. We got some tours of the island and got a chance to see the different culture over there, and I can't imagine anybody, in fact, I know for a fact, every one of our players really enjoyed themselves. Like you said, we'll probably never get a chance to do it again, and it's going to be an experience that we'll remember a lifetime.
All right, so hopefully that opportunity will come up again. Now we're right on the cusp of a new season for the Lumberjacks. And Coach, from the other side of things, I don't know where you're at, but from the media, the fans, the talk, expectations are as high as they've been in a very long time for this team. You think back to the 06 team, and then I think 03, 04 when you went to the Final Four. High expectations. How are you preparing your team for this year?
Well, we're used to it. It seems like every year. I heard you talking to Jody earlier about expectations and how difficult it is to get back. I think the only simple way is to embrace it.
Right.
Stare it right in the face and say, "Okay, bring it on." Because quite honestly, everybody's expectations are very similar to ours. Some of them are probably pale in when you compare to what we expect of our teams. We're a little thin at spots, so we're an injury away from that not happening, but that's with every team in America. That bullseye on our back is painted red, and everybody's going to be shooting at it, but that's the way it's been for the last 8 or 9 years.
Well, how proud are you of what you've built here in the last 8 or 9 years? I went from a point, wow, this is great, let's embrace it till it lasts, to even last year, people were, before the first game, hey, this should be fun. Coach will win the team, they're not going to be very good, we're going to embrace it. And then after seeing you guys play about 3 games, it's like, okay, regionals are bust. Everyone was in. That didn't last too long.
Yeah, it's from a coaching standpoint, I'm very proud of that. And our players have they got the feeling that we should win, which is a great feeling. We've been able to continually to attract the kind of recruits and players that they can handle that kind of pressure. They played in big games in high school. They were on winning teams in high school and junior college. So it just kind of fits into the whole culture of what our basketball program has become.
All right, let's talk about your new toy, but more importantly, your new player, Brian Morris. He got to debut for the team in Taiwan. A lot of us have heard about what kind of player he is. You obviously have seen him play. You've coached him. Your thoughts on Brian Morris and how far or how much he can help this team?
Well, I think you got to put it in when you compare this year's team, hopefully, to what last year's team was. We had in the post last year, we had Jamison Figgett, who was a undersized postman, big heart. He was backed up by Owen Newman, a big rugged guy. I'm not trying to put them down at all, but when you threw the ball into them, you didn't always get the positive scoring rewards. Now we have that real positive inside post presence. We throw it in. People are going to have to guard him, and in doing so, I think it's going to open up our more than capable outside shooting. So I think he really complements the team that we already are, and he can't but help make us better.
You're talking about shooting. That leads us right to Zach Tiedemann, a guy who appears to be green lighted from anywhere for good reasons. I think he can hit anywhere in the gym. He is a senior this year. He's an unbelievable player. Your expectations for Zach and his role with this team?
Well, he's our quarterback. He's our team leader. He's a real quiet, unassuming guy in the locker room or in the huddle. But there's no doubt who's our leader on the floor. You're right, he's a phenomenal shooter, but he also makes everybody else better. Very unselfish, gives the ball up to sometimes to the guys that can't shoot it quite as well, and I wish he would keep it. But that's just the way he is, and it seems like when he's passing the ball to a bad shooter, which we got a couple of them, they even make the shot because he gives them confidence. If he's throwing it to them, our best player must believe in me, I'm going to put it in. So I don't know why he was shooting left-handed there, but maybe our bad shooter's right-handed.
That much confidence, Coach. Tiedemann brings that.
So he's a straw that stirs the drink. He's the guy that we go to, and really honored, real fortunate to have him in our program and to coach him.
All right, talk about your young players. You have a slew of kids that are freshmen, including Kyle Baxter, who was named the Freshman of the Year, but a ton of talented kids last year who, you know, a little more time with Drew Peterson, another year under their belt. What expectations do you have for the young fellas who are now, veterans of the CC2A?
Well, I think they should be better. Obviously, they've got a great foundation under them through the seasoning that they got last year in the summer of hard work, so they should be better. I know they can name all the teams in our league now, whereas last year they couldn't. They're able to find the new gym, well, last year they couldn't. So we expect a lot from the Kyle Baxters, the David Howard, the Elliott Babcock Cranks, little DJ Broom. The whole crew is going to really be, I think, have a good year for us.
We're looking forward to it, Coach. And UCLA, you get another crack going down there. How exciting is it to go back and play at Pauley?
Well, it's a great honor, for people my age, growing up in the UCLA era, there's phenomenal. Now we get a chance to take Humboldt State down there. I think it's good for our boosters. I think it's good for everybody connected with the program and Humboldt State. So Coach, we're really proud of it.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Okay. There's Tom Wood right here on Humboldt State Tonight.
There are plenty of ways to find us these days, but good old-fashioned word of mouth from satisfied members is our favorite. Coast Central Credit Union, your real local lender and financing choice since 1950.
Dustin, what are you doing on the field?
Lumberjack for life.
But you don't play for the Lumberjacks anymore.
Look, HSU football gave me and my teammates a great college experience and prepared us for life off the field. By going to hsujacks.com, click on Donate, then click on JFan, I Can Give, so you and our future teammates can better experience life as a Jack. And it's so easy, even a football player could do it.
Join the tradition of Jacks football. Become a teammate at hsujacks.com.